What is going on, fellow Wastelanders? Welcome back to the channel. Shock Radio here. We have some news from Tarjum, a lot of news today to cover. So you might want to sit down for this one because it's pretty huge, guys. So of course, the battle for uranium has already begun, causing shockwaves throughout the Wasteland. And there's just tons of planned balance changes, which I think are actually really good, although also just really bad. So we're going to talk about it. Of course, with all these updates, it's like the good, the bad, the ugly, and like fingers crossed you're on the good side of things. So first off, let's address battle for uranium. Yeah, clan battles canceled, confrontation canceled, guys. So from October 21st, October 27th, we will have battle for uranium. You can play both stages of battle for uranium. I think that was the case last time. That didn't change. Your clan war rating will not be affected. So like the last time they had this, it was the great reset where they reset everyone's rating by 200 points because you didn't play clan battles for a week, which still we're feeling the effect of, especially on PC. I actually have to check last week's PC leaderboards because PC didn't have anyone even in diamond for the first week or two after they completely annihilated the clan battle leaderboard. So during the first stage, it's going to be the 8,000 to 10,000 power score mode, and you'll just earn personal rating and move with the leaderboard. You can play this solo. So a lot of players are like, I want to earn uranium solo. Well, this is how you earn uranium solo, and you can earn 30 uranium solo just by hitting these leaderboard tiers. If you go up to bronze, 10 uranium, silver, 10 uranium, gold, 10 uranium, and then you can also get bonus uranium or for getting placement. Now I will warn you guys, for 8 to 10,000 power score, what's going to be like gremlins, it's going to be equalizers, what else? I'm going to use my narwhal build probably, but Dracos, yeah, that's pretty much it. There's going to be other things. Raijin's going to be in there, Raijin. So if you have those weapons, you're going to be golden. You're going to be able to get some ore and the right builds for them. But if you don't have those weapons, it might be a little bit of a challenge. Let me know what builds you guys are going to be using for this 8 to 10,000 power score bracket. And also, if you want me to do like a video covering a couple builds to use for this, I know we only have a week, so I have to do the video fast. So let me know in the comments if you would like a build guide video for this mode. Going to be maybe hard to get the 200 uranium, any kind of placement bonus, if the whales, unquote unquote, the whales that don't have access to clan battles play this game mode. But I'm being honest with you guys, most players that have earned uranium regularly in clan battles probably have plenty of uranium stocked up, and they're probably going to be more worried about pumpkin treats instead of like uranium. Or we need like, for us whales, we need like 9,000-10,000 pumpkin treats before this other event's up. So like this week off of clan battles is probably good for us. Let's be honest, guys. So this is the part that I absolutely hate. I mean, a lot of players that play clan wars just hate all of this, but I really don't like the battles in the clan war format. It's one day only, October 26th through October 27th. One day. That's a 24-hour period. So, and we're not even talking like one whole day you can play, right? You gotta sleep. A normal human being is gonna sleep. You might have a job. You might have family matters. You need to clean your house, do things, take care of your pets, whatever. You're not gonna be able to play this game mode for the whole day. You know, and it's every other hour, right? So it's 1 hour on, 1 hour off, 1 hour on, 1 hour off. So if you have 8 hours of sleep and then you want to no life this, you still only have potentially like 8 hours worth of playing, that is a lot. But if you want to have any kind of life, like shower, eat, you're not going to be able to play it, and it's only one day. And the way it's going to work is you're going to have to move up the leaderboard just like last time to earn 1, 2, 1, 2, 2, 2, 2, 3 pieces of uranium. All of this uranium equates to 30 uranium. So for one day, only one day, you're going to have to play this game mode as much as possible, moving up the ranking all the way up to 1,500 rating points to earn the 5 ore bonus. So both of these combined, you get 30 ore for the first format. You get the 30 ore there, and then you can potentially get 30 uranium here, which is 60 uranium. I think this is actually less. This is less than last time, so it's even less uranium than last time, which is dumb. I'm pretty sure. I could be off here, but yeah, 60 ore to me is good. That's one relic every 10 weeks. If you're able to rise up both of these leaderboards, complete all the challenges, that's not adding in the uranium ore for placement. Personally, I am totally cool with getting 60 uranium if I can play enough on one day. This is Saturday. Like, that's stupid to me. So I really don't like this this whole like one day thing. Let me know in the comments below if you guys are excited about this battles for uranium. So moving on to the even more massive news, guys. Balance changes planned for the next update. CROSSOUT is always doing crazy things to the game. It is so tiring to keep up with this stuff sometimes. Flip side is, how many times you're going to play the same game mode with the same weapons, you get bored of it. This is all these updates they do, honestly, at the end of the day, freshens the game. From my perspective, I don't want to talk about like the predatory monetization practices of like nerfing weapons. We'll get into a little bit of that when we're talking about this planned balance changes, because there's definitely some nerfs in here that suck for a lot of people that pay money in the game. But it just keeps things fresh. So first up, changes to weapons with the hit scan mechanic, i.e. those that deal damage instantly without launching a projectile. So pretty much machine guns. They don't have any projectile speed, so to clarify that, once you pull the trigger, it hits the target. It's why Aurora and say like Cyclones is kind of difficult, because Aurora is a hit scan, Cyclone has a projectile speed, so the Cyclone projectile takes time to reach the target, versus like an Aurora just instantly hits the target. The same reason why Aurora, for example, is a hit scan weapon, and then Helios, Prometheus, Synthesis in CROSSOUT are not hit scan, so it's kind of difficult to use the Aurora Helios Prometheus energy weapon combo, because Auroras are hitting the target precise instantly, and then you know, Helios, Prometheus, they're taking that projectile speed, that time to reach the target. So pretty much all machine guns in the game are hit scan. Insanely OP. I mean, Punishers have been meta. I mean, everyone complains about dogs, but Punishers hands down will beat good Punisher hover will absolutely annihilate a dog. And they should have counters. Dogs should have counters. So what are they doing? They decided to remove instant damage dealing from weapons with this mechanic. And here's the reasons. Hit scan is not demanding on the player's skills, as it does not force the player to lead the target even a little bit when firing, which is exacerbated by high rate of fire of these weapons. So it's true. Very easy to strip targets with hit scan weapons. Very easy, especially with aim assist. On console mainly, but I want to remind everyone that PC does have enhanced aim assist. All you need to do is plug in an Xbox, a PlayStation controller into your laptop, into your PC, and then you too can have broken aim assist that I think console gets too much heat for, because we're known for it, when in all reality PC has aim assist. So just keep that in mind, guys. Hit scan is not the most fair mechanic from the enemy's point of view, as it does not leave even a minimal chance to dodge. Fair. Hit scan cannot work in conjunction with penetration ability mechanics. Not really sure about that one, but interesting. Machine guns with hit scan use an unnaturally large spread and a fairly tight range limitation only for balancing reasons. Alright, so I absolutely hate my rapid fire weapons. My imps, my piercers, fidgets, you can throw them in there. Their range is absolutely dog water, so I'm pretty excited about some of the stuff that we're going to talk about here. Hit scan will remain only for laser weapons, so only the Auroras and drones, since adding real projectiles to them will not change the game experience in any way. So any kind of laser, I guess that's Aurora. What's the other one? Was Athena? Any other laser weapons in there? I think those are the only two laser weapons. I could be wrong. Let me know in the comments below if I'm missing a laser weapon. For all other weapons except for shotguns, because they will be minimally affected by the change due to low range, which we do not plan to increase, thank God. We have added compensating changes related to maximum range and accuracy, which should improve the game experience while increasing the requirements of the player's skill. So overall, machine guns are basically going to increase maximum range, accuracy. You're going to see some damage buffs and nerfs coming up. So here are what they're going to do. A number of the guns below have been switched from hit scan mechanic, instant damage dealing, to firing fast projectiles, and have undergone additional changes, which some frustrating things here. So the SM Hornet, the Cord, the Vector, Sinus, Spectre, Aspect, and Punisher. So the range is almost being doubled. Maximum range increased from 300 to 500 meters. Oh my god. Can we get some bigger maps out there, please? Oh, where am I going to hide? Minimum spread reduced by 42%. Maximum spread reduced by 45%. That's crazy. Rate of spread increase reduced by 43%. So the spread rate reduced, that's crazy. So it's going to spread less quickly. Added 70% penetration ability. So it looks like we're going to have some damage, or I guess some durability mechanics onto their projectiles. Range upgrade replaced by projectile speed upgrade. Damn it! Come on, bro. Why you gotta do? All right, I don't like that. I don't like that. I have my imps fused for range. Damn it, one of them or two of them. I don't know. I don't know if I like that. Range. Why can't you just add another fusion? Well, you have to replace my fusion for it. Damn it. They didn't want me to have that crazy ass range, bro. 500 meters and then added range. You have scorpions is what you would have at that point. So yeah, so range upgrade replaced by projectile speed upgrade. This is going to be very interesting. Now, I just want to note real quick, it's going to be at the bottom, but there is going to be 2 weeks of testing for this server, this stuff, guys. So I will be live streaming on YouTube and Twitch for the test server. And I want to tell you guys at home, if you don't have a PC account, get a PC account. If your laptop or computer can handle it, level up minimal graphics to where you can upgrade, or you can see exhibition, and then you can jump on the test server as well. It's going to be public, and you can test this stuff as well and leave your feedback, and you don't have to rely on silly content creators like myself to leave some crazy feedback that you don't agree with. Like that one time I was totally wrong about the porcupine inertia change. We're not going to talk about it. Anyway, moving on. M37 Piercer, M38 Fidget, and the imps are being changed. So I'm pretty excited about this. I hope my imps are awesome after this. Maximum range increase for my imp from 200 to 350 meters. Minimum spread reduced by 28%. Maximum spread reduced by 44%. This is insane, dude. My imps are going to be so much more accurate, brother. Rate of spread increase reduced by 43%. Added 60% penetration ability and range upgraded, replaced by projectile speed upgrade. I'm actually super excited to test out imps. Like, imps have been my all-time like favorite weapon. Not the most meta, but everyone kind of has that weapon that they just love. Whether it's good or not, you just love it, right? Imps is that for me. My piercers I used at 4400 power score for the longest time, and 5400 power score to grind my wires and batteries and scrap. 24.99. I was a piercer main when I first started this game, so I'm excited to see these changes for rapid fire machine guns for sure. What are they doing to the Arbor Equalizer? These guys are kind of meta right now, so they're also getting a range increase. Damn it. Spread reduce, maximum spread reduced 20 and 40% there. Rate of spread increase reduced by 40%. Added 60% penetration ability and range upgrade replaced by projectile speed upgrade. For those of you guys that use arbiters and equalizers, I mean, those are meta right now in a lot of ways. What do you guys think about this change? Are you going to be happy about this change? Do you think it's going to be better, worse, just more skill, but the same? Like, let me know in the comments below. I'm very curious to see how this is going to affect equalizers and arbiters. And there's more equalizer nerfs coming. We're going to talk about in just a moment below. So the Gun Your Machine Gun, which I barely see anyone use, again, getting a range increase, spread reduction, and a penetration ability. So they're not getting all the other fun stuff that all the other weapons get, but rotation speed upgrade replaced by projectile speed upgrade. Interesting. The Thong getting similar treatment there. Maximum range increased 350 to 550 meters. Minimum spread reduced 42% to 40%. Rate of spread increase reduced by 40%. Added 80% penetration ability. Jesus. Rotation speed upgrade replaced by projectile speed upgrade. My God. So then more with the frontal facing machine guns, the Defender, Guardian, Protector, Vindicator, Tackler, the same thing, getting a range buff 300 to 500 meters. Minimum spread and maximum spread reduced. Rate of spread increase reduced by 38%. They're adding 70% penetration ability and range upgrade replaced by projectile speed upgrade. For your shotguns, your Lapara, Sledgehammers, Maces, Thunderbolts, Hammerfalls, Breakers, they're adding penetration ability. Ooh, that's going to be nasty with Breakers, I feel like, especially with their range perk. That's going to be nasty. So basically all shotguns are getting added penetration ability. Ooh, look at that, 80% penetration on the Jormungandr, Nidhogg, Fafnir, and Junkbow. Oh, that's going to be juicy. And the Parser is actually getting 100% penetration ability. That's kind of insane. Parser's going to be good again. What? So right here, guys, this is your cue to get on the market and maybe see if parsers that are still at an all-time low, you might want to pick up one. They're not craftable. They're getting a buff of sorts. I don't know. I could be wrong about it. Is the price going to go up on parsers? They've just been notoriously low in cost on console. That's all I'm saying. So Corvo is getting a range increase, interesting, and a penetration ability. Rotation speed replaced by projectile speed. That's actually really good for me. I'm pretty sure I have dumb rotation speed on my Corvo. Caucus getting a bunch of changes, getting an increase in range, not getting as much love. Look, it's getting like no love compared to all the other machine guns. Poor Caucus over here, my guy. Range only increased to 200 meters. Minimum spread reduced 20%. Rate of fire spread increased, reduced by 43%. Added 60% penetration ability. Range upgrade replaced by projectile speed upgrade. So here is another massive change, guys. All weapons except melee weapons and skinners now have limited ammo reserves. I've been kind of saying this for a long time. I never understood why machine guns, for example, had unlimited ammo. You know, that just didn't make sense to me, and I've always in the back of my mind was like, this just doesn't make sense. So they're finally changing it. So basically everything in the game now is going to have ammo, and I want to say that most people, no matter what weapons they use anyway, are throwing ammo boxes on their build for free lances. So I think this doesn't really matter. Like, a building tip for me in all builds is put ammo boxes on the front of your build for RAM, for no energy lances. Like, so this doesn't even matter. Like, I literally use imps with ammo boxes because I want to smash into my enemy with my ammo boxes. So this is going to be pretty fine. So what do they have to say about it, though? Currently, some weapons have limited ammo reserves, and their owners have to control the consumption of projectiles and install additional modules to increase the reserve, while other players can shoot indefinitely without worrying about wasted damage. This difference is especially obvious in situations at the end of a battle when two players are left one-on-one, and one of them loses solely because they can't shoot indefinitely. Unlike the opponent, we think this is unfair and want to put all weapons on the same footing. So no more just machine gun spam everywhere. No more of that. Or maybe there's going to be still that. I don't know. We'll see. But it makes sense to me. Again, we're going to have 2 weeks of testing. 2 weeks, I'll be live on the testing server to show you guys stuff. So, you know, make sure you follow me on Twitch. Cannons, they're changing some of these cannons up. They're... Oh, this is a cannon nerf? Oh, no. Reload time increased 4 to 6 seconds, but damage increased, oh my god, by 45%. Speed increased while turning reduced by 2 times. Oh, spread. Sorry, that's not speed. Spread increased while turning reduced by 2 times. That's actually awesome. So this is actually sort of a buff to those wheel cannon builds. Big spread when you're driving really fast, turning those cannons around. So pretty much all these cannons are getting reload time increase, but also damage increase. That's kind of crazy. Except when you get up to the legendary tier, it looks like then you're just getting a reduced spread for any of the turret cannons, by the way. You're getting a reduction in spread while turning, so your cannons should be more accurate on those wheel KTM style builds. So the Avenger, the locked in angled cannons, non-turret cannons, frontal cannons, I guess. Reloading time increased, but damage is getting massive buff. Is there a Typhoon buff in here? Damn it! Ah! Why, devs? Where's the Typhoon buff? Where? Oh, they even put a Tsunami buff down here, I'm pretty sure. So prosecutors, judge, executioners, all getting reload time increase, but damage increase. So nerf, buff, we'll see. They're rebalancing the damage, and reloading time parameters should change how it feels to play with cannons below epic rarity inclusive, shifting the focus to dealing high but rare spikes of damage, reducing the spread increase while turning, while making the turret cannons more comfortable. Ooh, that's not good. That's not good, actually. I don't like this, the way they worded this. Shifting the focus to dealing high but rare spikes of damage. Understanding that when a dog gets on you, you don't have time for rare spikes of damage. You need damage now. You're going to die. So I don't know if I like this. We'll see. More damage could be good, though. So some other balance changes they have. Tempest, you guys had your fun. It's time to damage reduction by 8%. Cooling rate reduced by 9%. The last change was too extensive, go figure, making the Tempest too effective at a wide range of power score. The change will reduce the weapon's damage output per battle while leaving it higher than it was before the last change. So you're still getting a buff compared to what it was, but a little bit of a nerf. So Hot Rod, which is actually a pretty cool cabin. The perk will now additionally increase spread stability by 25%. So I guess that's the accuracy cabin. You get accuracy and spread stability. I believe low efficiency of the perk in comparison to other cabins. That should be pretty cool. Alright, so next up, the Raijin, the mighty Raijin. What are they doing to the Raijin? Energy consumption increase from 22 to 23%. A power score increase. No more seal clubbing. This might be the last time you're playing uranium battles with the Raijin, guys. It's going to be OP for the 10k power score, but we'll see what it is after this. Reload timing increase. Base bullet damage actually increase, so you don't have to charge your shot, I guess. Base blast damage increase from 51 to 61. Maximum accuracy is now achieved when fully charged. So interesting. And nerfs and buffs, a little bit of balance changes there. An extremely effective and comfortable weapon, of course. Everyone's been complaining about it. The change in power consumption will prevent the Raijin from being mounted on a rare cabin without the use of a generator, which combined with the change in power score should take it out of low power score battles. That's good. So they're trying to nerf the seal clubbing. It's fine. The reload time change will reduce the damage output per battle and make the weapon more depending on reload modules. The base damage change is related to the increase in reload time and should keep shooting with no charge to stay relevant. Fair enough. So the Varun, I actually really like this weapon, and it's getting a dangum buff, guys. I fused my Varun. We're gonna have to definitely play with the Varun more. I have 2 perfectly fused Varuns now after the last event. So energy consumption reduced from 14 to 13 points. So I'm going to have 2 points of extra energy for my Varun build now. Power score also being reduced from 1890 to 1755. That is awesome. So I'm going to be able to actually play a little bit of a lower power score, kind of where it belongs. But at the same time, I can also raise the power score and use some extra modules. So the reduction in energy consumption should increase the variety of builds that use this weapon, most of which are currently represented by the 2 Varuns and engine formula. True, like 1 fin whale, 2 Varuns kind of deal. The Astrius getting a damage increase by 11%. Penetration ability increase from 55 to 70%. Low efficiency of the weapon. True. Can't you use this in like Leviathan back in the day? You can put this on a hover and use it like in Leviathan clan battles, I'm pretty sure. Because this is basically like a poor man's Scorpion. I remember it being good back then. Unless I'm thinking of the wrong weapon. Phoenix getting a bit of a buff, added bullet damage 50 and 100% penetration ability. Oh my god, that's beautiful. Added a perk that increases crossbow stability by 15% for each hit. Stacks up to 3 times but completely resets on a miss. I don't know what that means. Crossbow stability, like, is that what? Adding bullet damage will give the projectile the ability to destroy parts before attaching to an armored car. That's awesome. So I'll be able to pierce one part, bam, shoot through the next. Oh, that's gonna be great. And the perk would improve the weapon's low survivability. Crossbow stability by 15%. Is that like durability? I have to look into that. Let me know in the comments below. I'm having a brain fart on what this increase in crossbow stability means. Young Wang slightly increased the height of the collision model. High efficiency when mounted under the cabin. Damn it. They're just really trying to make sure you cannot put the Young Wang on the ground. This change will barely change the weapon's hitbox, but will remove the ability to mount other parts close to it. That's annoying. And the nerf to the equalizers. I've been talking about getting equalizers pretty much every Halloween video. I've been talking about getting those equalizers for the 10,000 power score game mode because they're pretty damn meta. Mainly due to their collision model, their hitbox. You can't shoot them off. You can bury equalizers in a build. So if you want to use equalizers this week for the 10k power score uranium battles, I would highly recommend it. Currently, you can bury them in the build and people cannot shoot them off. Just as the comment, they're going to enlarge the collision model. The current collision model allows you to armor the minigun so much that it becomes almost out of reach of enemy fire. So 2 more weeks. Yeah, this is your last week of uranium battles with equalizers, guys. Enjoy. Torero, the perk now additionally increases spread stability by 50%. So you have accuracy boost and then spread stability. So I guess that's as you're firing, your spread's going to increase at a slower rate. pretty awesome. So I've been talking about the Trailer being like a good cabin, but kind of meh. It's kind of like average cabin. This might actually skyrocket into a good cabin, a good tier purple cabin. So similar to the hot rad perk, the cabin perk looks weaker in comparison with other available options in other cabins. The Step Spider, the perk now affects all weapons from rocket launchers except Heather, Clarinetto, and ATGM Flute. Also, the perk now increases the maneuverability of homing rockets, so that's pretty cool. That's a lot. I need to take this one in. I don't really use the Step Spider. I have a Step Spider, though. I do have the Step Spider cabin, so we're definitely going to be testing this out. The perk was too narrowly focused, of course. The changes are aimed at expanding the list of weapons for which Step Spider will be useful. Pretty awesome. Does that mean it's going to be used with the Swarm? That's going to be pretty insane, right? The new Swarm. That's a bit of a buff to the Swarm. The Dusk cabin. The perk now affects all weapons from the rocket launchers except RA1 Heather, Clarinetto, and Flute. The perk now gives plus 25% damage, but instead increases spread and reduces projectile speed. Homing rockets have reduced maneuverability. The perk was too narrowly focused. The new perk is designed to be the opposite of the Step Spider for close range combat. Okay, so I had to reread that. The perk now gives plus 25% damage. So here we go, more damage. You're going to pair this with the Jackie module. Oh my god. But increases spread and reduces projectile speed. So basically the opposite of Step Spider. You want more damage, but less accurate weapon for all rocket launcher style weapons. Pretty insane. Buggy Wheel. The perk now reduces speed requirements to 30% instead of 40%. The perk has too much efficiency as it only makes speed related parts easier redundantly to use, but also makes them much easier to use on slow armored cars. True, so the Buggy Wheel is getting a nerf. About damn time. And the Oppressor is actually finally getting the change that we've all been waiting for. Everyone's been waiting. I'm going to read the comment first. After increasing the rotation speed of many weapons, the need for the engine has decreased. Correct. To keep it relevant as promised, its perks have been improved. So they're going to keep the perk, increase rotation speed. However, the perk now additionally increases the speed of projectiles. Maximum bonus is 15% at the speed of 80 kilometers and above. So, oh my god. This is going to be insane with those Mammoth, Mastodon, those turret cannon wheel builds. You're now going to get increase in rotation speed along with projectile speed bonus. So an accuracy buff, essentially. This is going to be insane. The Oppressor might overtake the Colossus engine in like king of the epic category engines with this kind of insane buff. So let's see what they do. We got 2 weeks of testing, but this is going to be kind of insane, guys. The Swarm blast damage now does not decrease with the distance from the center of the explosion. While the rocket launcher now increases the enemy detection radius up to 150 meters. Personally, I have not liked the Swarm. It's hard to use. It's very inefficient, ineffective. So here we go. They're buffing the crap out of it. Low efficiency of the weapon due to the small explosion radius. When hitting a weapon, the full damage was only dealt on the part where the rocket hit, and nearby parts took very little damage. Agreed. After changing this dependency, the damage output will be more stable and higher. The addition of the built-in radar will keep the gun operational after an external module is destroyed and make it more self-sufficient. So you won't always need that built-in radar, at least up to 150 meters. So that's going to be really cool. The Slaughterer, another weapon in this new Next Step Battle Pass, which, by the way, we're giving away one Next Step Battle Pass on Sunday's live stream on YouTube and Twitch. So stop by YouTube, Twitch on our live streams. You can enter to win on Wednesday and Sunday. And then we're announcing the winner on Sunday. So we still have 2 Next Step Battle Passes to give away this month and next month for you guys. So stop by and enter. So the Slaughter, also an underwhelming weapon. Explosive projectile damage increased by 10%. Piercing projectile damage increased by 20%. Perk now increases damage by 3% for every 2 parts hit instead of 4%. Maximum bonus reduced from 32 to 21%. And a durability increase from 525 to 629. These are insane buffs. Like, that's a lot of buffs, guys. A lot of buffs going on. The weapon efficiency was too unstable and depended heavily on its perk. The change should fix the situation and make the weapon more stable in isolation from the perk, and increase in durability. Should solve the problem of low survivability. So ultimately, the 2 battle pass weapons getting a huge buff before the battle pass ends. Lucifer, also an old battle pass weapon that was kind of really fun, but as we all know, quite underwhelming, is getting a durability increase, much needed, and the perk now gives 3 projectiles for every 4 parts destroyed, instead of 6 projectiles for every 8. So you'll be able to actually charge your perk faster, more effectively. Essentially, you'll be able to change, it's the same perk, you'll just be able to charge it more efficiently. So insufficient efficiency of the weapon, more frequent activation of the perk will make it less dependent on the durability of enemy parts, and increasing its own durability will increase survivability. So like an example being, if you hit a tanky build with these just monstrous tanky parts and you only take off a couple parts, versus like smashing into a lightweight build or a hover build that had just tons of parts, you're going to see a balance between hitting both of those builds. If you hit a hover build with lots of parts, your perk's going to max out quick. If you hit a tanky build with just a lot of, or a low amount of just big bulky parts, and you're taking out less of them, your perk's going to charge just as fast. If I worded that correctly. We're just kind of we're flying through this patch notes here. Destructor finally getting a nerf, or a bit of a balance. We'll see what happens on Leviathans. Destructor has been the #1 legendary weapon used on Leviathan since the inception of Leviathan. So a base damage increase by 20% sounds good, but the perk damage is being reduced from 800 to 400%. So that last shot, the most meaningful shot in the Destructor beam, that one that just that pop, is getting a massive damage reduction, and the heat bonus from perk is reduced from 10 to 5%. So high weapon efficiency due to significant damage to a single part. This change reduces overall damage while reducing the perk dependency. So very interesting to see. I'll be interested to see what the top engineers have to say about this, and what they're going to do about it being on most Leviathans. I know Helicons and Athenas are kind of primary on Leviathans now, but we'll see what happens with this Destructor change. So Tsunami change, no Typhoon change. Oh my god, I'm losing my mind here. I'm losing my mind. Durability increased from 821 to 903 on the Tsunami. Where's the Typhoon buff? Compared with other weapons, their cannon survivability is noticeably lower. Yeah, like the Typhoon, which the Devourer has more durability than, and is lighter weight. We're just, whatever. A lot of people are going to be mad about this one, but the Mars is getting a nerf. Yeah, nerf. Already being nerfed. Mass limit reduced from 22,000 to 21,000 kilograms. Bonus to own damage reduced from 30 to 20% to allied damage. Increase from 15 to 20%. Perk recharge time increase from 20 to 25 seconds. So, oh man, I can't defend this behavior. They're nerfing it when everyone's getting it. I mean, this is like putting the Mars on par with the Humpback Cabin, which gets a more consistent bonus to damage. I mean, are you guys nerfing this because the Inferno is here? Now the Inferno is going to give you a bonus damage boost of 30%, and the Mars is only going to give you a boost of 20%. I don't know. Is this because the Inferno is here and they're like, hey everyone, buy the Inferno now, it's the new damage cabin? And then the Dust Cabin is also getting the damage modifiers. I mean, I get it. The efficiency of the cabin in many modes. The mass limit was a bit excessive considering its speed and its own mass. Perk changes will make the cabin less effective when used on its own, but more useful for allies. Alright. I will admit, having an 8,000 durability triple Cyclone Mars build was a bit over the top, okay? I'll admit it. 8,000 durability on a triple Cyclone build for Leviathans, a bit over the top. Griffin, the perk active radius increased from 25 to 40 meters. That's pretty cool. So like, that's like giving the perk to your allies. That's good. I'm always like, am I close enough to my allies? Are they gonna get the perk? I never know. They're changing the co-driver Grizzly. The talent is now activated after 3 hits on the armored vehicle instead of 2. So Grizzly getting a nerf. After at least 3 seconds must now elapse between hits from one enemy instead of 1 second. A nerf. Talent charge starts to decrease 5 seconds after the last hit instead of 10 seconds before. The passive skill that reduces the penalty to the power of movement parts has been replaced by a 5% increase in their durability. So when we return the co-driver's talent to its old mechanics, but significantly slowed down its stacking from hits from one enemy and speeded up its reset. The change restores the talent's versatility in terms of building an armored vehicle to suit its use, but at the same time makes it less useful in one-on-one battles. Okay, that's kind of fair, I guess. The co-driver greatly increases the overall durability of armored vehicles, while also giving bonus to mobility, which is redundant. Replacing the passive skill should remedy the situation by focusing all skills on increasing survivability. So they changed a bunch of co-drivers, guys. Oh my god. No added new co-drivers, though. So the Yuki, the distance for talent activation has been increased. That sucks. What? The passive skill that increases the durability of movement parts has been replaced by a 15% reduction in the penalty to movement parts power. Interesting. What? I never use Yuki, so I'm like having trouble even knowing what Yuki's for offhand, but you're gonna have like increased power. So like for leg builds, hover builds, mainly your acceleration is gonna boost. So increasing the mobility of armored vehicles with Yuki. So yeah, your reduction in the penalty of movement parts power, that's gonna be kind of crazy. So faster hovers, that's gonna be kind of nuts. Co-driver ability, the talent now additionally reduces spread by 20% and no longer increases the damage received by the weapon. The passive skill that increases self-destruct damage has been replaced by 10% increase in time to overheat. The directional fury passive skill now reduces the spread increase rate by 20% instead of 10%. Unpopular co-driver, the change should increase its relevance. So, damn. We're going to have insanely accurate machine guns, basically. I'm trying to, like, take all this in. Some of this is, like, my first time really reading it for you guys watching. So, of course, let me know in the comments all your thoughts on these changes. So, less damage for your machine guns, but overall accuracy increase. That's going to be kind of nuts for, again, my imps. Accuracy of my imps. That's going to be wild. So Phobos, barely ever used. The passive skill that increases the speed of an armored vehicle now also affects the maximum speed of movement parts. That's kind of crazy. The change will make the skill equally useful for all types of armored vehicles. So hovers, legs, you guys, we're now getting a speed increase. So if your hover did 85 or whatever, it might go 90 now. That's going to be kind of wild, guys. That's going to be nuts. Are we going to see Firebug hover builds, bro? Let's go. Firebug hovers. Oh, yeah. Co-driver, Atitlin. Oh, my God. I can't pronounce words today. Active skill now increases damage by 15% instead of 10. Sweet. More damage. Love that. Passive skill that increases the radius of fire puddles has been replaced by a 25% increase in the speed of heating up parts with thermal damage. So basically, the giant nerf that we did, the giant nerf that we did to incinerators, you know, decreasing their heating rate. Well, there you go. You have it back in the form of a co-driver. The compact mixtures passive skill now works with all ammo types, and the bonus value has been increased from 15 to 25%. Can't remember what that does offhand, not gonna lie. The changes to parameters will increase the co-driver's efficiency, and replace the passive skill will make the co-driver more useful for all weapons. So guys, I just want to remind you, we have access to the test server starting Friday, October 25th. It's only going to be open for 6 hours, so make sure you are paying attention to these times. Whatever time zone you're in, convert it from 1300 GMT to 1900 GMT. Convert it to whatever time zone you're in. I'll be in EST. I'm pretty sure it's going to be something like 9 a.m. or 10 a.m. Eastern time. I'm not sure offhand, but I will for sure be live on Sunday to test things for you guys that don't have access to the test server, or just messing about with it for my own experience as well. I may be live on Friday, and just a reminder, also Sunday we will be doing our big giveaway day, so we will have prizes to win on Sunday. After the first phase of testing is complete, November 1st, 2nd, and 3rd, the next batch of testing will be available, so we can leave feedback. I'll be leaving a bit of my feedback, of course, and you guys can leave your feedback. We can do another round of testing, and hopefully everything's good. I mean, overall, I think the community is positively receiving these changes. From what I woke up, I read some Reddit posts. Other than the top 1% being very, very mad about the clan battle changes, most people are pretty happy about these changes. Let me know in the comments what you think about these changes. I appreciate you guys watching this insanely long video. I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.